Yo, people, welcome back to the Double D show. I'm with my pops as usual. What's happening, D Hustler?
What's up, son? Listen, welcome everyone. Okay, today I hope it goes good again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a good time for football fans. We have to keep away from the clubs and focus on the international football. So we're gonna delve a little bit into international football. The World Cup's going on, of course. We can't ignore that. Um, England playing Tuesday, isn't it? Tomorrow. So we'll look and preview that, see what we think to expect from them, and then obviously we're gonna delve into our own clubs. As you know, he's a red devil, and I'm a blue, CFC blue. So
Yeah,
our allegiances are aligned somewhere else, but so we'll delve into our club matters as well as we do, and we'll keep it hopefully entertaining for a lot of you. Remember, everyone, like, subscribe, and the Double D show is only getting started. We're only going to get stronger, 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 and we'll produce and give everybody what the hell they love. Okay, all right, carry on from there, son.
All right, so first topic we want to cover is we've got some transfer news, haven't we? That we haven't covered. So let's get into it. I mean, we'll start off with the Chelsea links. Any links in particular that you've been seeing?
Let's
Chelsea?
start. Let's start with United ones. Let's start with
Okay.
United ones. Because United have actually made stronger moves than Chelsea. So let's go with you guys first. See how the Reds are going to be shaping up next season. So the one you've definitely brought in, Edison. What do you think?
I mean, listen, as a player, he's not the most inspiring signing, but I think we're gonna sign three midfielders, and so he's not the only one we're gonna have. So it's not too bad when you look at the state of things. He's better than Ugarte, so can't complain there. I think also he's not that bad of a player from what I've seen of him. He's Champions League experience. He's been to a final, semi-final and stuff. So he's been there before. So I think that experience in the squad is needed, with the young players that we have. So I don't mind it as long as we're gonna get two other midfielders that are better. I can't complain, to be honest with you.
Okay. So you're good with Edison, but obviously you need another midfielder coming in. Who do you not want, and who do you actually want?
I'll tell you, I don't want Sander Berg, who we've been getting linked to. Allow it. You get me? If I see him, I don't my days. Bro. Nah, I can't do it.
So I take it you don't rate him at all.
Nah, man, don't rate him.
Okay.
I mean, he's not bad.
Would you be happy with him as a backup or just not at all?
No, because we got Edison now, so I don't want him now. I want two better midfielders. I want to see a Mateus Fernandez, a Wharton, something along them lines. I mean, Tottenham, I've been snooping around for Mateus Fernandez. It seems like apparently.
Yeah, I've seen that, and they're going hard for him.
Yeah, I mean, apparently he still prefers Manchester United, but he's open to the Tottenham move if United don't move quickly. It's basically the vibe I'm getting. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, Tottenham will never and ain't ever beat us in the transfer race, and will never do that. So I ain't worried about that side of things.
You and Tottenham, you've had an interesting relationship in regards to transfers, isn't it?
Yeah, man. So, they always give us their best players.
So historically, you've got a few players from them. Obviously, Berbatov is the main name because of how good he was, talented and elegant, number 10 kind of player. I like Berbatov. He was exactly my kind of footballer. Not the quickest, but my God, he was technically one of the best players, Prem has seen. And who else? You and Tottenham. You had Carrick from them, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Carrick, who replaced Roy Keane. I think he done a great job, and he's a fantastic player. He's obviously managing us now, so we do. I like Spurs. I don't mind them. You know what I mean? As long as they keep giving us their players, they're good players. I don't mind them. You know what I mean? Just stay where you are. Don't try and take no Mateus Fernandez. You know what I mean? I mean, listen. Talk about Spurs.
But you can't blame him. You can't blame him for trying if they want him. He's available.
Well, they can try, but it's futile. You know what I mean? I think, to be fair, they could end up with him just based on the fact that West Ham are asking for crazy money, £85 million they want minimum. Well, Mateus Fernandez.
Well, West Ham, I think they're in trouble in this game because they're going to lose all their best players, and getting up will be a struggle. But yeah, so let's talk about who you've actually been linked with coming in to the club. Okay, do you have any names for us?
Well, obviously, Mateus Fernandez. Belieber links have gone a bit quiet. Obviously, we've been linked loosely to Lewis Hall. It's gone a bit more quiet recently. To be honest, it's a bit quiet at the moment on the United front. So I haven't got too many names for you, but I know what positions we're going to get. Left back is looking like we're definitely going to be looking at.
Okay.
Obviously, midfield.
Is that a priority for you guys, though? Because left back, I don't think it's a priority. Considering the fact that Dogo can deputize there as well. I think that's not high on your list in terms of it. I think more right back. But again, you've got Dalot, you've got Mazraoui. Fullback isn't the area. I think midfield and probably one more winger.
No, but you see, with the left back situation, Luke Shaw, we cannot rely on him especially when we're in Champions League now. So we can't rely on him to stay fit the whole season. And then if he does get injured, then we're only left with Dorgu, who's not really been playing left back. He's not really playing left back for us at all. So it's definitely a position we need to look at 100%. I mean, even if it's someone, even if it's not Lewis Hall, we just need a body there. But if it is Lewis Hall, I'll be very happy. You know what I mean? But once again, Newcastle are wanting a big fee for Lewis Hall.
Of course, another club who look like they're going to lose a hell of a lot. You know what I mean? Newcastle are, struggling. The thing is, the players want out, and that's always a problem if a player wants out. Do you want to keep a player who wants out? I would say no. So, just get the most you can for them. I'm thinking about you've also been linked to Tonali. Okay? And so has a lot of other teams linked to Tonali, as you have been also linked with Tchouameni as well. Although I don't think Madrid are letting him go. But who's the most realistic? Who do you think of? Tonali, Tchouameni, Wharton? Who's most likely to come?
Well, for me, it's very hard to predict at this point in the window because even last season, I don't think in previous seasons, like I remember the season when we got Ugarte, before that we thought we was gonna get Nuno Mendes. It was basically like personal terms were almost agreed and stuff like that, but then it just ended up not happening. And then we ended up with Ugarte out of nowhere. And we thought we was getting João Neves. But listen, so it's hard to say, but at the moment, I would say we're going to bring in 2 more midfielders, and I think the most likely is Mateus Fernandez or Alex Scott. I think they're the 2 that definitely have the most chance of happening. So, yeah, it's hard to say other than that. I think Mateus Fernandez and Alex Scott, I think one of them for definite we're going to be getting.
Okay.
Well, so...
I just want to throw a name in there. We'll get to Chelsea, obviously, and we'll see what I'm hoping for and what I wish, come through the door. But there's a player who's impressed me at the World Cup, okay? And obviously, we all know about Buwadi, but that's not who I'm talking about. But there's a player who I saw in that game of Germany v Cote d'Ivoire, who was, for me, unreal and unbelievable. And he used to play in the Prem. I think him and his brother were both at City at some point. It's called Nemecha. Plays for Germany. You see this kid, man. Oh my days. When you see a player who's an all-action midfielder, he can tackle, he can run, he can fight. Big. You know what I'm saying? He can score, he can defend. He's baller.
Carry the ball
day long. Yes. He's actually quality. I was wondering, why is Goretzka not playing for Germany? Now I know why. You know what I'm saying? Now I know why.
With him, I think Borussia Dortmund are going to ask for a hell of a lot of money because I think they were asking for around the 60 million euro mark before he signed a new contract, and now he's signed it. So I think they're going to ask for a big money if he wants to move. I mean, he needs to get out of Dortmund, man. He needs to come to a big club. 100%. I would take him in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Of course, anyone would take him in a heartbeat. But I think after this World Cup, he is playing for Dortmund next season. Someone's coming for him. You see, this is the thing with World Cups. They put all these players' talents on display for the whole world to see. And the problem is, because they're on display, you can't be the only one going for him. There's going to be bear clubs who are watching the same games you're watching and thinking, look what happened with Boadi after the first game. Everyone was like, this kid is cold. Now, the Mecha was unreal. You know what I'm saying? Unreal. And the thing is, I now know, because remember, Kimmich plays centre mid for Bayern, but he's playing right back for Germany. So they fit the Mecha into that team alongside Pavlovic. Okay? Now, I'm telling you, this Lemaitre, he used to play for C. Is he English? Oh, obviously he's not English, but I think got English in him. One of his parents English or something.
I don't think he was born. I think he's been here he's lived here for quite a few years in his teenage years.
Okay.
I think that's
so he could have played for England, you're saying that?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's clearly moved to Germany has helped him because his game has just gone up levels. It's just boom. You know what I'm saying? Shot up. So yeah, Nemecha is another central midfielder who people need to watch because whoever gets this kid is getting a hell of a baller. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if I was to pick who I wanted as ideal, I mean, listen, Nemecha and Boadi are right up there in my top 3. I think so. I mean, Tchouaméni, I've been seeing reports that if Madrid were to sell a midfielder, it's Camavinga or Tchouaméni rather than Valverde. They don't want to sell Valverde.
Yeah, I don't think they want to sell Tchouaméni either. I think Camavinga is the one on the chopping block. It's funny how the two that had the fight, they want to keep him. But they want to sell. You know what I'm saying? Mama were, knocking each other out. But yeah, you know what? I don't mind Camavinga. Now we'll get to Chelsea. Okay, we'll get to Chelsea because I think Camavinga's got a hell of a lot to offer. Okay, he's another one who can play in multiple positions and left-footed, which is rare. And he's a little good player as well. But yeah, because it looks like this window is a midfielder window, isn't it?
Yeah, well, don't you think Camavinga's a bit injury prone though?
No, and I'm surprised he didn't get the call up to the World Cup front squad. I think that was a mistake for me. Camavinga's got energy. He's one of them who run for you all day. He can deputize a left back. He can play wing back. He can play centre mid, holding 8. Those players for me are the ones I love. And he's also all option. I'll take him, man. I'll take him because injuries are unpredictable. A player who's injury prone can then have a good stretch of time without injury. And a player who's not been injured, you can sign and they get injured. The injuries are unpredictable. We don't know when they're going to happen. It's just part of football. They happen. You have to accept that. So yeah, but in terms of him, his age is a good age as well. In mid-20s, all his full faculties are working. Is that he should be at the peak of his energies and powers. So yeah, he's good. I think Tchouaméni though would be the perfect replacement for you guys in Casemiro.
I understand why you say that.
He is the exact guy. Yeah, he can replicate and probably even upgrade what Casemiro did for you guys. Now, if you put those other ballers alongside him, yeah, but Madrid, especially Mourinho, he ain't letting go of a midfielder, actually. No way. He is the exact type of midfielder Mourinho loves. You know what I'm saying? He's going to tell him, listen, I don't want this guy to play football today. Yeah? I don't care what you do. Don't let him play. And Tchouaméni will follow. Mourinho's going to get into the heads of those Madrid players, and they're going to be bowling. But Tchouaméni is the type of midfielder Mourinho likes, so I don't see him leaving Madrid. Simple. So somehow I hope him and Valverde make up and become a team again. But Tchouaméni, I don't think.
But what if they don't? I think he is the one that they're going to move on if they don't get
of the two.
Yeah.
You think they love Valverde more?
Yeah, that's what they're saying in the reports, man. Come on, they love Valverde out there.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're different profile of midfielder because if they get rid of Tchouaméni, they don't have another DM.
That's not how Real Madrid work, though. They don't. That's not.
No. They do. They've always had a DM from Casemiro days. They had him for about 10 years. He and Kroos and Modric were able to be as good as they were, and in terms
of get Rodri.
They had Casemiro sitting. That's true. They were linked with him, aren't they?
Yeah. If Tchouaméni goes, they'll just go and get Rodri or someone. So who knows?
And Rodri wants out. Let's be honest. Listen, we'll get to Chelsea, but I hope they come and get Enzo as well. So
Yeah, I know you do.
We'll get
I
to
know
that one.
you're
Oh
waiting for
yeah.
that day.
I hope they come and get Enzo, man, so Enzo can go down. And trust me, we're talking about egos in Madrid. If they add Enzo to that team, it's going to be peak in that dressing room. Believe me.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
It was.
You thought Shuameni had beef with Valverde. If he goes to Chelsea, yo, Fernandez is getting it, mate. Enzo is getting it. I'm telling you.
You know what? I would love to be there for that. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Oh god, oh shit. But you know what? We'll delve into that whole thing with South American footballers and how they, another show. That's a topic for another show. We'll keep that on ice for now. But yeah, so that's good. So midfielder done. Let's look at your defensive transfer options or who you've been linked with.
Yeah, Lewis Hall, obviously, as I mentioned, left back is looking like a position we're going to be looking at, definitely. I think centre back is
Are you good? Centre back? Okay.
No. Well, when it comes to right back, I think we're good there. I mean, look at Mazraoui, how he's performing at the moment. I mean, listen, I think we've got a very good right back there, man. Like, I really rate him. Obviously, we got Delon, who I don't rate, but I don't mind him as a backup for now. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I don't think we're going to upgrade. We've got too many things to get. I don't think we're going to get everything. So a right back, I don't think it's going to happen at all. But centre back, now it's interesting with centre back because we do have our starting CBs on paper, very injury prone. So it's an interesting situation. I mean, listen, we've got Harry Maguire, who's remaining here. You can obviously fill in and do a role. We've got Lenny Yoro. We've got Aiden Heaven. So I think we've got enough cover, but I wouldn't mind another. But if we do that, it would have to be to replace Lissandro or De Ligt. So yeah, I mean, I don't see any centre back links at the moment. I don't see any centre back links. I mean, if we do get one, as I was just saying, it's gonna have to be Lissandro or De Ligt that hits the board, man. That hits the chopping block. Because listen, as I was saying, let's get into the Aiden Heaven debate, because I know we've had this conversation off stream and you don't really rate that. I mean, me and Maka were on the show last night, on the United show, talking about this Aiden Heaven guy and the potential that he has. Because listen, when this guy plays, the composure that he shows it's like he's been playing it for 10 years already. He drops the shoulder in the box, he carries the ball up the field, he's solid in the air, he's 6'3" or something. You know, even when he played against you guys away, he put in a great performance. It was a bit rash at the start, don't get it twisted, but he grew into the game, made some big tackles, you know, and kept a clean sheet. So listen, what do you got to say about Aiden Heaven?
It's pretty simple when it comes to Heaven. Obviously, you mentioned that I don't rate him. I don't think he's a bad player, and I don't think he won't turn out to be amazing, because you see, players progress differently in different times of different, times of their career. Now, Heaven, for me, I told you this not just recently, even a year ago, that I just don't think he's going to get the game time to become as good as you think he's going to become. Okay, because right now, all the centre backs you have about 5. He's the one on the bottom of that chain. He ain't playing against ahead of Maguire. He ain't playing against ahead of Martinez. He ain't playing ahead of De Ligt. He definitely ain't playing ahead of Yoro. Okay, and that's not me. That's how they'll see it, regardless of how you rate him and stuff. Okay, now he's a left-footed centre back, quite tall, quite lanky. I just don't see it. I'm sorry, but he'll maybe surprise me. No one knows the future. No, I'm not feeling him. I'm sorry. I just don't know. But there's something about him that doesn't seem right to me. That's just my opinion, though. Now, if it was, I would say, like I said, it doesn't have to be Chelsea players. I'm fair, but I just don't see it with him the way you see it. You've gone all out on him, saying he's got all this, all this, all this. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how his career progresses. But yeah, because that would be a good steal for United, because they got him on a free from Arsenal. I know they paid a little compensation, but we'll see how it works out.
I mean, obviously, me and Mako talked a lot on the show last night, so I'm going to refer back to that again. We talked about Lenny Yoro as well, and Aiden Heaven, and the comparison at the moment, because we bought in Lenny Yoro for 50 million euros, right? And when you look at his performances up until now, even in a larger scale to Aiden Heaven. He's not put as many good performances in as Aiden Heaven. I mean, Maka described him as a moment centre back. Like, you do get them moments from Lenny Yoro where he make a good tackle, last minute tackle, goal saving tackle. He will do that now and again. Don't get me wrong, I see the quality, but it's getting to a point now where we bought this kid in from Arsenal for £1 million, where we didn't even expect him to be part of the first team. We was expecting him to go into the youth team, but he's coming in and he's putting in better performances than you, who cost 50 million. If you bought in an alien from outer space and asked him, who do you think is the £50 million centre back? Everyone is going to say Aiden Heaven over Lenny Yoro. So it's a sticky one. I mean,
well, again, I'm not going to be disrespectful to you and your boy Maka on what you think, but I disagree 100%. There's not even a doubt in my mind that Yoro's a better player and Yoro's ceiling is way higher. Period.
So at United, you think that he's shown that?
Forget United and what they've shown. I'm looking at them as footballers, individuals, and what I think they have potentially going forward in their careers. And I think Yoro, for sure, is the baller who is going to have the big. You have to remember, when Yoro came to you, he was bought to kind of stop Madrid getting him. Do you remember that? When Madrid went
Yeah,
and they were trying to wait for the extra year so they can get him on a free, like they've been doing, like they've done with Konate, Trent. No, he was one of their targets. They didn't want to pay the money. So United knew if they don't get him now, next season, he's going to go Madrid, okay? But Heaven, when he came in, you're right about the fact that he was supposed to be part of the youth team. But at the end of the day, he came in and United had a lot of injuries at the back. So he was kind of fast-tracked into the first team and had to step in. And I'm not going to knock some of the good performances he's had. Of course, he's had some good performances. That's good for him, everything. But Yoro has been injured a lot as well. You know that as a United fan. He's not had anymore. He's also got a bad record in terms of win percentage for United, but most of that was under Mr. Amorim. So
yeah, but okay, well,
not many people have a good winning record with that.
A rebuttal to that point is that Heaven also played under Amorim, and we won games with Heaven.
Not much. But anyway, we'll listen. With the youngsters, the good thing is they have time on their hands, and we will see them and see how they progress. And another thing we talked about before with the Heaven thing, we were comparing him to Chelsea's Achimpong as youngsters. Okay, I think Achimpong's better. Okay,
of course not biased at all.
Oh no, not biased at all. You know, but Achimpong definitely for me looks like obviously he's got a good future ahead of him as well. So we'll see which one gets the minutes that will elevate them to be good. And the key word there is minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because youngsters are only going to progress getting minutes. Now you asked me, and I told you, unless Xabi Alonso has got a position for him in the first 11, I would rather he went on loan to another Premier League team, like a Sunderland or thingy where he's going to play every game. I would rather that than him sit on the bench for Chelsea. That way, next season, after he's played in the Premier League, proper man football, had to defend against all these good players, then you can, said, I would rather that. You kind of said you don't want that.
Not for Heaven. Not for Heaven.
Okay. You want Heaven to stay at United and fight his way into the team?
100%. I mean, listen, I think Heaven and Achimpong are really as comparable as you think. Because when you look at Achimpong, I think he's had a couple games for Chelsea, right? He's had a few games, but not to the level that Aiden Heaven has. I mean, Aiden Heaven's been here for 2 years now. This is going into his third season. Since the start, he's had games here and there, obviously under Amorim. More recently under Carrick. He's put in some great performances against good teams as well. Manchester City, Erling Haaland, he kept a clean sheet against. Now, listen, I think Carrick knows football. I mean, he's a midfielder. He was a ball-playing midfielder. He knows football, mate. You get me? I know he does. So when he's looking at the options next season, let's say we don't sign a centre-back in the situation we are right now, I think we're going to see a lot of Aiden Heaven. And I think it's blasphemous to say that Lenny Yoro, since coming to United, has had any sort of the same amount of impact as Aiden Heaven. I mean, if you talk about someone who has to go on alone, Lenny Yoro, he might have to go on alone because this guy ain't shown nothing. This guy's been the reason we've lost games at times. So, no,
you've lost me there. You've absolutely lost me there because one thing, you see, there's a difference between as fans what we want and what's most likely to happen. Of the two of them, there's no way in hell United are sending Euro to loan instead of Heaven. That's not happening. And secondly, I don't think
Nah, it's not.
they
But I'm
view
just saying.
him. I don't think Daniel Euro is viewed like you view him by the club, and even other United fans that I speak to, they highly rate Euro majorly. They don't just think he's decent. They actually tell me this guy is going to be crazy once he's completely fit.
He does have that potential.
Yeah, people are saying that. Okay, so when I hear you putting Heaven ahead of him, I'm just like, okay. Anyway, well, like I said, they have a potential go forward. Now let's move to the forwards of United, back to the transfers, so that we finish the whole set of the team. Forwards, who have you been linked to? Who do you want to see? And
Right. Well, listen, I think when we're looking at the attack, I think if we're gonna get one, it's going to be a left winger. It could be a striker, but that depends on if Xerxes leaves. But I don't think he will. So let's assume it's a left winger.
Dax is leaving. Dax is leaving.
Well, we're gonna have to see then, innit? We might get one of them hybrid. Do you know what I mean? We might get a little Krupi, like a play strike left wing. One of them type of players. But in terms of left wingers, we've been linked to Iliman Ndiaye. We've been linked to Bradley Barcola. We've been linked to who's that brother? Very loosely linked to that. That Godots. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Ajax. But not really too much on him. I mean, listen. Diomande obviously loosely, but he's more linked to Liverpool now. I don't think we're going to pay that sort of money for him. Now
they're asking for mad money for him, aren't they?
Crazy money. Crazy money. I mean,
135 to 40 mil. What?
135 mil?
That's what they want. They turned down 120 or something.
Oh, listen. These guys.
No, the thing is, though, I had an expert in German football speak, and he said the reason they're putting it so high is because they want to keep him for one more season. So they're trying to convince him to sign a new deal, with a release clause, and tell him the next season you can go where you want, but we're in the Champions League now. Just stay with us one more season, and next season you can go anywhere you want, because the release clause, what they have to do is just pay the money, and you can pick wherever you want to go. So they're trying to force it, but he wants to go now. He's not about that life of staying one more season. He wants to go. But they're telling him, if you stay one more season, we'll put your salary up, and then we'll put a release clause. That way you don't think we're going to hold you back, so that you can leave. If people pay the money, then you can go next season. But the thing is, you never know what could happen from now to next season. So he wants to go. But 140, 135, that's crazy.
Now, listen, I think they're taking a mick with that sort of. Obviously, yeah, they must be trying to keep him. It only makes sense because they're just trying to price him out of a move. I mean, listen, when I watched him, don't get me wrong, I think he's got something there a little bit. But I don't.
He's good.
No, I don't rate him like that, man. He ain't my sort of player.
I do.
You know what I mean?
I do. He's good.
Really? I mean, when I look at him, did you see his first touches in the last game? I saw about
No. The last game, he didn't have a good. You're right. His touches in this next game was terrible, mate. He was literally touching it. He was running away from him. No, you're booking right. Because I said that because I was watching it with your brother, and we were like, ooh, this touch of this guy is a bit crazy. But even with that bad touch, he still created the first goal.
Yeah,
don't get
me wrong.
He was being defended by one of the best and experienced players in Kimmich. He had Kimmich on toast, blood. Kimmich was running and physically they couldn't handle him. In fact, because I studied the game as it goes on, he was giving him that much trouble that they were doubling up on him. Okay? Now, the Mecha, who I talked about before we did the energy, he was the right centre back, right? Right centre mid, sorry. He was pushing deep in to help him to cover the spaces because Kimmich wasn't handling him. And then second half, if you watch the game properly, they switched and started playing it more towards Ahmad on the right because this guy was getting no space. Okay? So they clearly saw that he's too dangerous to be left one-on-one. And a player who commands that kind of respect, where coaches tactically changing it just to make sure they nullify you. But I like him. He looks like, mate, this guy's speed, and I'm not mean speed as in the guy's just quick. His instant speed, from point A to B. Jesus Christ, man, he's going to be a problem in Liverpool. Leave Liverpool get him. That left-hand side, for years to come.
He might go on the right because Rio and Gamoa is still there.
Well, they'll be the two youngsters. But this guy, because he's played on the right for Cote d'Ivoire, so he clearly can play there as well. Because in the first game, he cooked in Capia, the Arsenal left back. Yeah? In the first game on the right, because he's a left back in Capia, and it was absolutely tearing him up a new one. He was ripping him. So this guy's attributes, but what I like about him and what I like about him, he's got an end product. You see, most wingers today can be quick, can be fancy, can be, but the key factor to your game, all the great wingers have what they call an end product, and not all of them do. Okay, he looks like he has it at a young age, and if that's only going to get better, he's going to be a problem. Believe that. Okay, well, I definitely don't want to see him running at my team. Trust me. But carry on.
Listen, with him, yeah. I mean, listen, when it comes to Diomande, when I just look at him as a player, like, don't get me wrong, he had a good game and he can be effective 100% because he's very quick. You know, he can use both feet. You know, he can do the one-on-one thing. So yeah, he can be dangerous. But for me, when I watch him, I don't get that wow when I see him. Like, even with his dribbling, it just seems a bit like he needs a bit of space to dribble. Like, he's not a guy that's gonna break down teams. He's not a guy that's gonna, you know, he might struggle against the low blocks a little bit more. So, you know, that's so obviously maybe he's good, but maybe I'm just expecting too much. But for that price tag, you know what I mean? I should be seeing everything on the pitch, mate. I should be seeing break it down. I should be seeing through balls, intricate balls, link up play. I should be seeing everything. You get me? You know, it reminds me of.
Prem is suited to his style of play with that energy and the way the Prem is. But
yeah, but you see, who reminds me of?
Yes, he'll play against. Go on. Who?
Elanga.
Who?
Anthony Elanga. When he plays, he reminds me of Elanga. I promise you now. Even Elanga was cooking for United, you know, that first season. Trust me. He reminds me of Elanga.
We'll see. But I think he's got it. Got it. And for teams to be going for him, this many and all big teams, I think they've scouted him long enough and they think he's got something special. And for me, I agree with that. Well, it's another one we'll have to wait and see. But I think he's absolutely. You remember this guy 3 years ago was playing uni football in USA.
Yeah, madness, you know.
But look at him now. He's going to be 100+ million player now. You know what I'm saying? So everything has flipped on its head for him. But hey, good luck to him, wherever he ends up. Obviously, we can't get him, so let's move on. So who's the other forward you were telling me?
Obviously, Ndiaye and Barcola. Now, let's talk about these two because I think it's going to be one of these two if we're going to sign one. So, I mean, listen, obviously, Barcola is going to be the one that costs a lot more. The thing is, with Ndiaye, I like him. I think he's a better technical player. He's in terms of breaking out low blocks, one-on-one dribbling, the close control. Yeah, he probably edges that over Barcola. Well, in fact, he definitely does in terms of ball control and close control and stuff like that, and link up play, 1-2s and things like that. He is more of a ball player, but he's a wing fielder, as people say. But Barcola, I think, is just a profile that we're missing. Not necessarily that is that much better than Ndiaye. It's we don't have a winger. It's Somerville as well, but we'll get into him in a sec. Somerville is of the same profile, similar profiles to Barcola. Quick, direct, you know what I mean, looking to score, you know what I mean. The differences between Somerville and Barcola is Barcola's done it at Champions League level. Barcola gets in them positions to score. You saw it the other day for France where he scored that goal off the bench. He knows how to get in them positions to score, and as much as people say his finishing isn't the best, you know, that's something that can be improved on. I'm a big believer in that finishing can be improved with good coaching. So I believe Barcola, for me, is my preferred option. But if not Somerville, because once again, the profile over in Ndiaye just suits us more. And Somerville's been cooking for Netherlands, you know what I mean? So either of them two, I'm happy with.
I book you right on a lot of the points. With Barcola, we've been talking about end product. That's where he struggles. End product in terms of, yes, electric pace. And again, low block when he has no space to run into. Can he offer you more than, just pace? Can he do that link play, cut in the box, slightly doubtful. But there's no doubt about he's young, he's talented, he's got pace, and I think he's sick of being on the bench for Dewey in the PSG team. So he wants to go somewhere where he can establish himself and be a number one winger. And I don't blame him because you know what? We'll all be the same if we're in his situation. So good luck to him. And if you guys get him, hey, it's good because you'll have a winger who's pacey and who's absolutely dangerous. But he needs to improve his end product. That's the main thing. He scored a goal, I know, when he came on the other day, but he's also missed a hell of a lot. One-on-ones and things, because his pace puts him in great positions, but he doesn't always make the right decisions once he gets there. So yeah, with Ndiaye is good. He's experienced in the Prem now. He's consistent in a team that's kind of mediocre, but had a good season last season. So yeah, he's the one who can play on the left or the right, and I'm surprised he's not even starting for Senegal. You know, I was bemused by
I don't know what.
I couldn't believe it. They preferred Ismail Assar, the Palace winger, to him. So
Just
and Mane being Mane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying about the profiles of players. Like Ismail Assar, like that's a perfect example that he wanted to pace for the counter attacks. You know what I mean? Like, and the ain't got the pace that Sarr has. He on the counter attack.
Yeah, but Sarr had a good season. Sarr had a good season.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Yeah. You're gonna pick Ndiaye over Sarr 9 times out of 10. But unless you're trying to play that sort of football, so that's the example. That's why I'm saying the profile of player that we need. We've got Acuna. We don't need another slow wing fielder. We need a bad boy, quick pace, direct guy. You know what I mean?
If you get, let's say, hypothetically, you get Bakola, where does Cunha play? Does he become the number 9?
Listen, once again, we're in the Champions League now. It's not like last season.
No. Don't say on the fence with this. I'm saying
I'm not saying on the fence.
11. No, you have a big game, fast 11. What's your front 3 if you have Bakola?
Barcola, Sesko, and Mbeumo. No, actually, I'm lying. Hold on, I'm lying.
Go.
This is what I mean. I like these problems, though. Get me? That's what I want.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I'm asking you. Tell me your first choice.
Okay, well, I would say on paper, I would have to go with Barcola, Sesko, and Mbeumo. But, you know, it depends, man. It does depend on what we're trying to do.
Sesko guy, you rate this Sesko guy again. He's another player.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling like that. I don't think he's. You know what?
You're just a United hater. No, that's what it is.
No. Let's be real. Let's take away all the hating and stuff on the side and look at it objectively. Okay, he came good in some games towards the end of the season. Let's be honest about that. He scored some vital goals, some good goals, some headers, some good fast time finishes. Okay, I remember the one he did, you know, like on the edge of the D there, but he just, you know, remember the cross and he caught it in last minute equalizer or something. That was a good finish. So he clearly could do things. But is Sesko a guy gonna get you 30 goals this season, 25? I don't think so. I'm sorry, I don't see it. No way.
Well,
okay, I don't see it. It's like what do I say? I'm not going to compare him to Gyökeres because they're different. But Gyökeres ain't going to get you 5 goals this season. Not in the Prem. In the Portuguese league, yes, maybe. But in the Prem, hell no. That ain't happening. No, not from Sesko or Gyökeres.
I mean, obviously.
So in my mind, I guess what I'm asking you is, if you were offered a poacher number 9 who can guarantee 20, 25 goals this season, which there's not many of, would you take him? Or
who is that?
Are you happy to have? I'm just saying, say for instance, you had an Osimhen option. Would you take Osimhen?
No.
Okay.
Because listen, at the end of the day, you have to build something, and I think bringing in players like that, it can ruin what you're building. So for me, I mean, Sesko. When you look at him, let's look at Sesko. Yeah. Obviously, when he came in, people forget he's 22 years old. Yeah. He's not that young, but he's not old. He's not very experienced.
Well, he's experienced in the football times. He's young. Yeah.
Yeah. He's experienced in the Champions League, so which he's not played in yet, which he will do next season. And listen, when you look at last season, obviously at the start of the season, he didn't come in firing. He didn't. He was missing a few chances. He was looking a bit clunky. He wasn't used to the pace. But once he got up to speed, he started scoring goals. I mean, I remember when I feel like when he boomed was when Fletcher, was it Fletcher? Who was it that came in before Carrick on an interim basis? I'm forgetting. Darren Fletcher. It was Darren Fletcher. Anyway, Darren Fletcher, he came in and Sesko against Burnley scored 2 goals. Sorry about that. But yeah, he came in, scored 2 goals, boom. Clutch as well. So, and then after that, he just kept firing. So listen, I think he's got bags of potential. And you look at that goal against Everton, he's 6'5", the pace. Tarkowski nearly pulled a hammy chasing him, mate. Yeah, Tarkowski, that probably took 2 years off his career. That
I've got to ask you and ask the listeners, because we had this debate last season while it was going on. and you were arguing with me about who you thought was a better player, Sesko or João Pedro.
I think.
Be honest. We're not doing the hating thing. Remember, we're just being honest.
I'm just taking a minute.
Let's be honest. What do you think is better? Go on. I'm listening.
I think a better player is João Pedro, but I think Sesko has the tools to be a better striker.
I see what you did there, but it's all good. We got
I'm admitting
Pedro's a better player.
He is a better player.
So, let me get it straight. So you're telling me Cunha's out of the team if Barcola joins and you have a big game and you pick him on a strong team. That's basically what you said.
I mean, no, because the thing is, no, because listen, I don't think you see with Sesko. No, like I was saying, it's good to have depth. And when Sesko is here, he's not, the end product yet. So maybe Sesko, Cunha will start in the 9, and then when Sesko starts, we move Cunha to the left and Barcola to the right, and then bench Mbeumo, or we bench. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like written in stone who's gonna start. This is what we want. We want competition. Like you can't try and make me say like
no. You gave me a team. You gave me a team, and you said Barcola, Sesko, and Mbeumo.
Yeah, I said on paper, that's what we should do.
I didn't ask you about on paper though. I asked you about who you would pick if it was big game and you get me the 3. So
what I pick on paper.
What I'm going to tell you is this: I've seen I saw the season that just finished, and United were better without Sesko. They were better with Mbeumo through the 9 and Ahmad to the left, and Cunha through the left. Sorry, Ahmad to the right. Now Ahmad didn't score many goals post Christmas. Okay,
2 goals.
But he kind of gave United that flexibility, because one thing he has that the other 2 don't have is pace, to run in behind and affect the game. So while he's not the finisher, he kind of creates an open space for a lot of players. You know what I mean? And when you start Sesko, it's kind of pedestrian front line, kind of slow. It needs that little thrust of pace and stuff. And I thought United were best with Mbeumo, Ahmad, and Cunha. Okay, now he did very well coming off the bench, Sesko. That's when he started, because after those performances, they had to give him starts because he was playing so well. So they dropped Ahmad, put Mbeumo right, and then played this guy. You know what I mean? Played this guy through the middle. So that's okay. We don't mind. We don't mind that. But what I have to say is, like you said, you have problems now because you've got so many good players, and good luck for the season. We'll see how that goes. All right. Any more forwards you're linked with, or should we strictly move on to CF3?
That's about it.
Okay.
Chelsea.
We're moving to. Oh, we forgot. Onana's back.
I don't think we have to. I think we don't need to spend too much time on this.
Onana's back, and Galatasaray, unless they pay the money.
No, I think they want him.
Is he going to be a number 2? Is he going to be? Yeah, I think they want him. But is he going to be a number 2 if you don't go?
Shit. Hey. Hey. I think having him in the dressing room is just gonna bring the club down, man. You get me? Just seeing him in training, spilling balls. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Forget him.
Yeah.
Forget him. Okay.
You know
I ain't doing that Onana thing.
Okay. Moving on to us. Keeper wise,
I haven't heard much about you guys actually in the transfer.
We haven't done anything. He hasn't bought anyone yet, Alonso. He's just had many names mentioned as his preferences that he wants to come in, and nothing like that. But I'm business will get done eventually. It's just the good thing is, like we said, not head coach now and things like that. So he's clearly laying down the list of players who he wants for certain positions, and he's telling them who he doesn't want, etc. and everything. But he bid for keeper called Svea from Roma, and that was turned down flat by Roma. Roma didn't even want to talk about it. So like,
How much did you offer?
Nah. I think it was 25 or 35. I can't remember what it was, but they offered them quite a substantial amount, and Roma were just like, no. You know what I'm saying? So clearly that shows me he ain't rating Jorgensen or this Joker.
Okay? Sanchez is a good keeper. Sanchez is decent, man.
No, Sanchez ain't decent.
Sanchez can have good games, though. You know what I mean?
Sanchez is not consistent enough to be regarded as decent. Not a chance. Sanchez
Keep him as
is
backup.
a liability. He's a liability. He's an absolute liability. Okay. So the fact is that the quicker we see the back of Sanchez, the better we will be.
Fairs.
In my opinion. So I'm happy that we're going to get a new keeper because that's what that's shown me, first off. Well, we'll move into the back. I want to see the back of Disasi, Badiashile, Tosin. I want to see all these men run at the club, literally chased. You know what I'm saying? Gone. Okay, quickly. Okay,
I might need them. You got back three. You're going to need a lot of centre backs.
No. I could drive him to the airport myself. They need to get the hell out of there. Okay, I'm done with them. Okay, they've been a disgrace. Now, this is where if we play the back three, I want my youngster Achimpong to stay and play the right side centre back. Okay, but people are telling me he might deploy James there. Okay, now I don't mind, but either way, we're gonna get. It looks like Lacroix will be coming in.
So is Lacroix? Oh, he's good. You know? That's a good side.
Yeah, Maxence Lacroix. Yeah, he's very pacey, very good.
Well, definitely a back three.
I think so. The way it's setting up, because he's been linked with Grimaldo, who was his left wing back at Leverkusen. You don't buy Grimaldo to play left back. I think he's going to play him as wing back. Okay? The only problem is right wing back is where we struggle. Now, Gusto has been linked with City because of the Maresca links, obviously. But he's not a fluid attacking fullback. Okay? He's very quick and direct, but he's not techy, he's not skillful, but he's very good. But in terms of but no, he's not the kind. He won't do for him what Frimpong did for him at Leverkusen. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. So do we go for another right wing back? I don't know. But either way, I don't want Gusto to leave. So City need to sit down and forget about Gusto. Gusto's a good squad player, even if he's starting or not. No. Can't be going. Because I know City don't have a right back. I need a right back. They've been playing a centre mid as right back for the whole of last season. Yeah, so that's not our problem. They need to go and get their own. So now, that's the defence that we've been linked with. Although I would like to see Diomande coming in from Sporting, the centre back. I rate him quite highly. I think he's a very, very good, solid defender.
He probably gets slapped to wing back with his profile.
Well, the thing is, Quenda played wing back, who's come in for Amorim at Sporting. Okay, you know the way they were using Ahmad wing back at United.
Yeah, but you know one thing about Quenda. Quickly, sorry. You see him when you guys got him. You know he didn't come to United because he didn't want to play wing back. You didn't know that.
Of course, I knew that. I had the rings, but at the end of the day, youngsters should not even have an option why the hell they want to do what they want to do. Okay.
No, I hear that. I do hear that. I mean, I think he's a quality player from what I've seen. I did want him at United. He's left-footed, can play both sides. Very well, he can play both sides. You know, he's quite technical as well. I think he's quick, skillful. I like him. I think wing back is his position.
No, I think Quenda's going to be a great signing. I'm happy with him. And I'm glad that they're considering putting him in the first team straight away. The thing is, though, with the wing-back system, I think he's going to have to get rid of a lot of players who can't fit that system. Because people forget that when you play wing-backs, you have three ways of playing centre mids. You either play 2 8s and a sitter, or you play 2 pivots and a 10. Okay? Now, clearly the 10 is going to play double 10 like he did at Leverkusen when he played Wirtz, and he also played this kid who came from Southampton, I forget his name, on the other side, okay? Now, that is obviously going to be Palmer on the right, okay? And whoever the new signing is on the left, because we're getting a left forward, that's for sure, okay? I don't care whether it looks like it's...
Garnacho, he's played there before.
No, Garnacho, he will be driven to the airport with Tosin and Badiashile, and don't worry about him.
No, man, he cooks in the left hand, man. Trust me. You get me?
No. Listen, if he can stay and have a good lease of life and convince, because one thing I know is the new manager gives players a new lease of life and he kind of gives them a chance to prove themselves. I just don't think he's got the work rate and the time. I'm not even mad at Garnacho for not being able to beat man one-on-one and scoring. You know what makes me mad about him?
What?
You know the one thing that's top of the list?
What?
On that pitch? This guy playing left wing doesn't track back to help the left back. Do you know how many goals we conceded because of him?
Yeah.
Because he didn't track his man, or his man just run off him. And that is one thing I can't forget. You see, I coach grassroots football, okay, and I play a back three with my team. At the moment, I might change it to 4 next season or whatever. That's Manchester United and everyone. But my wing backs, they know that if they're not in position, yeah, and right when I concede because of them, not only are they coming off, they're getting a balcony. And they're probably not going to play the rest of the game. And they're absolutely going to be told, listen, because that's the vital thing. Okay, you have to follow your man. I remember the one game he did it when it was so obvious. He didn't play again for about 4 or 5 games. Because the manager clearly must have been absolutely pissed off with it. You know what I'm saying? It was mad. This guy, the least you can do if you're not doing it up front is put in your, defensive duties on the other side. And it doesn't. And that for me is one thing I can't stand. So him, if they sell him, good riddance, or loan him out, whatever. Simple as that. We got enough wingers coming in who are quality. But the good thing with this is,
you didn't see Garnacho. This is what we knew this. We saw this. United fans, we knew this. So when you guys bought him, you don't even know why we were so happy. Like, we were thinking, why you just took this mess out of our hands? You get what I'm saying? This was a bag of poo we had in our hand, and you just scooped it up for us and give us some. You're like, oh my days, you guys made the last summer. That last summer, I'm telling you,
mate. This guy, yeah, we messed up there. But you said it was payback for Mount, so hey, we got us. So it is what it is. That's absolutely fine. So moving on to the attack. There's links again with Osimhen, but we've had links with Osimhen for about 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? We have Mikel Obi bloody trying to go down to his house and sign him for us himself. He's telling him, come and I was the last Nigerian at Chelsea. You can come and become a legend at Chelsea. But listen, Osimhen is there. He's one of them. He doesn't want to cut even 1p off his wages. All right? So if you're going to get it, money. You know, he wants to get, he wants the club to pay a big transfer fee and pay high wages. And obviously, these new owners we have, you know how they're moving, don't you? They're about that life of paying big wages. No. They ain't doing that. So Osimhen, I don't think is a possibility. What I do think is a possibility is being smart. Because the most expensive strikers, if you look at it, they didn't succeed last season, did they? The cheaper ones did, and the expensive ones didn't.
I mean, Sesko, I would say achieved. But
no.
No.
No. He didn't. He hardly started until later on, and even then it was in and out. So no, that didn't work. No, it didn't work. Okay, forget the United hat.
I respect your opinion.
No, that's truthful. It didn't work. But like you said, he's young, and this is that was his first season. Let's see if he, does it this season. But the cheap ones worked. But another one who I would drive to the airport is Liam Delap. Yo.
No, if you want to talk about
until you've had Delap in your team, you don't know what pain is.
We've had Højlund, mate. Don't give me that. You get me? You man, this game.
Højlund was better than Delap. Oh my God.
No.
Højlund was better. You know why? He was quicker. He had a rasping shot. This guy can't even shoot on target, mate.
Yo, but that's what made him worse. He had all that pace and power for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, this Højlund guy.
Delap can't even track the ball. They can't even control. I was watching some highlights of his misses. I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm just glad that Ipswich want to buy him off us. Please come and take Delap, okay? Take. Because it was from Ipswich, innit? So they've come back up. Please take him back, okay? Have your player. We'll pay you to take him. Just take him.
Shocking player.
Mate, absolute rubbish. He's the worst striker I've seen at my club. And we've had a lot of flops. But
by the way, that's another reason why I have to thank you guys. Because, Jason Wilcox wanted Delap as his first choice. We was going to get that guy. So thank you. Thank you, Chelsea. You saved us again. You saved us again.
The minor mistake that we'll rectify So it's all good. Let him go. But yeah, so the squad, until we see some new signings, there's not much talk about Chelsea. But one thing's for sure. Like you said, Carrick knows football. Alonso most certainly knows football.
Oh, yeah,
he was
know
a world-class midfielder as a player.
Yeah.
He's already won titles as a manager. He will pick players who he knows will get this team humming to his tune. And I'm confident. For the first time in a manager that I've been in a long time, we've appointed some duds. But this guy, I told you about his backroom stuff just before we came on air. Okay? Yeah. He's got a good supporting cast in his backroom stuff, people with 15, 20 years experience running from the biggest clubs in the world. So I'm confident we'll be okay. And with one game a week, he's going to have a lot of... he's going to have a lot of time on the training run with them to get him to sing that song exactly the way he wants it sung. So with Chelsea, you know, we're all good with that. But hey, let's hope the hope doesn't just end up being hope and actually can realize it. But we do need to get a centre forward. Which one? I don't know. But we do need another centre forward. And I don't want it to be Jackson because I want Jackson to go as well. Okay? You know, this guy...
What left forward would you want?
Which forward would I want?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's tricky. Obviously, I would want Osimhen me. But I know that's not possible with this ownership. Okay? The other one I would like, which I don't think is possible, is Julian Alvarez. I don't think we can get him either.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, he's on a different. No. They're not. If Barcelona are struggling to sign him, so how are we going to sign him? And I think
if you manage to sign him, you'd have 5 more charges pending. You get me? You'd have 5 more financial charges pending.
No. On a serious note, Arsenal were interested in him, and he turned down Arsenal because they wanted to go to Barcelona.
Yeah,
they don't want to come back to the Prem. They don't want to come back to the Prem. I think he enjoys the nice weather over there. You don't want to be in England.
Yeah, I don't blame him. To be honest with you, you know, he's Argentinian boy. He likes the weather. You know what I mean? We can't expect these foreign players to always want to come to the Prem. So it makes sense.
But yeah, there's not many strikers out there. The striker market is dead, and it gets deader and deader every season. In my time, I told you about the strikers that were available. Mate, there was loads. Everywhere you looked, there were forwards. These days, people are showing me Watkins as a bad man. And I'm thinking, what? Really?
It's a drought, man.
You know, there's no strikers. You know what I'm saying? It's dead. Once Kane is done, yeah, Ronaldo's done. You know, Ibrahimovic was done a couple of years ago. There's going to be, I don't know who's going to be the next. You know, apart from Mbappe, because maybe now he's playing number 9. Haaland, obviously. You know, there's not that many.
I mean, listen, I think the quality in football is, you know, has decreased anyway, and I think that's partly because of the reason that I think people look more for athleticism now. Clubs look more for athleticism than actual ballers. You know what I mean? That's just how I see it. Like, people care more about athleticism now than, you know, actual players that can play ball.
Yeah, that's the modern day game. Unfortunately, we have to deal with runners more than we have to do with technical players. You know, people are looking at Madrid signing a player like Bernardo Silva, and they think they're mad for signing a 34, 35-year-old. But the kid is techie. And obviously, Mourinho likes to always... People forget one thing. Mourinho's teams, because he was Chelsea coach twice, I manage and study his game. Yes, he likes hard workers, but he always likes a link player who's quality on the ball. Okay? He always likes his Ozil. Okay? You know, supply Ronaldo and them and there and everything. He always likes that link player. When he was at Tottenham, you know what he said? When he wanted to leave Christian Eriksen when he was in his prime. Okay? He said that the team is better and it's more fluid with him in the team. He likes that one player who can link, who has the quality, you know, to supply the dangerman up front. So Bernardo Silva goes into that because Madrid don't have many of those players anymore. Okay, so even if he gives them a season or 2, they just want someone who can, you know, release that danger pass to allow the other players to explode into life. So that's exactly what we're looking for. But those players as well, they're going down as well. You know, the number 10s, the techie 8s and everything. Not that many left. Today, the number 8s are players like Bellingham, more athletic and thingy, you know what I'm saying? You know, this
is why I want Mateus Fernandes, because he's a proper ball player midfielder, man.
Yeah, he's a player.
I just want as many of them players as I can get. I just want to see football, man. You get me? Forget all this flipping pressing. Like, obviously not forget it, but Forget
high
all these
energy.
runners. Yeah. Just give me ballers. You get me? That's what I want to see at my club. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes. But yeah. So moving on to that. After all the transfers that we've had a look at, we're going to talk a little bit about the fixture lists that came out for the Prem, and we're going to start with the Reds. You said who you're playing first up?
Hull City away.
Mm.
Hold on, let me get the fixtures.
Yeah, get it up and have a look at it.
Man United fixtures. Let's have a look. Pretty decent running we've got, to be honest with you.
I've got him here. You've got Hull first game up. Then you have Ipswich next. Then you have Everton, 5th of September. Then the Manchester Derby on the 12th of September.
Easy wins. You get me? Easy dubs.
And then after that, I'm just picking out the main ones. You've got Spurs, 10th October. I think Leeds United is a derby, although not much of a competition, 17th. You play us first game at Stamford Bridge on the 31st of October. So it's not a long wait when the season starts. You know what I'm saying? October is kind of pretty early. So we'll see how that goes. And then you have Liverpool on the 21st of November. As you know, big game with that one.
Smoke them lots, well.
Then you've got Arsenal 19th December.
Smoke them lot again.
Then the second game against Liverpool will be the 23rd. This time it will be at Old Trafford, January 23rd.
Definitely smoke them at home.
Then you have Chelsea second game,
27th
of February. Then you have Arsenal second game, 27th of Feb. And the second derby is booked in for 20th March, 2027. So that's the second game. The more important ones I want to look at, your games towards the end look favorable because you got the last game of the season for you is against Fulham at home. The one before is away to Spurs. And then the one before that is Leeds at home. And then the one before that is Bournemouth. And then the one before that is Coventry. And the one before that is Palace. So you lot have got and then even before Palace.
So we got a good start and good end.
So your ending of season looks like a good run.
All right, listen. That's when I seen that, I didn't even look at the end fixture. So you just giving me a
no. Look at this reading. You've got let me start from the bottom. You got Fulham, Spurs, Leeds, Bournemouth, Coventry, Palace, Ipswich, Hull.
Listen, we might do so. I might start talking crazy. You get me? You bring me what we need in the summer, and I might say stuff that is, what I mean. You know what I'm saying? You might see me act out of pocket a little bit. You know what I mean?
So how are you feeling about that list?
I'm feeling good about that. I think.
What?
Go on.
What can you potentially achieve?
I do think it is, as much as I don't expect it, I think it's a possibility we could challenge for the league, definitely. I mean, when you look at the teams last season, it's a possibility. Look at the chances. I mean, look at the teams from last season. Look at the clubs. Look at the state they're in. Look at Liverpool, right? All over the place. Obviously, Iraola, good coach, but we don't know what's going to happen there. Manchester City, they're in a transition period. They just got a new coach. The after effect of Pep leaving could be a big thing. Arsenal, Arsenal are Arsenal. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going to happen there. You know what I mean? So it's in their hands, really. I expect them to win it again, but, who knows with them. And then, I mean, who else is really a threat to us? I mean, Chelsea, you got Alonso, but I'm not expecting you guys to go anywhere near the league. So I don't think you guys are a threat to us at the moment.
Fair enough. I ain't going to be mad at that. That's probably
no disrespect. You know what I mean?
No. Listen, at the end of the day, weirder things have happened, but I don't expect us to win to challenge even for the league. So that's fine. At the end of the day, if we were to do that, we'd need to do a madness in the window of transfers, but I don't think we can do that now anyway. So that's
what are your expectations then? Which I'll be.
That's the thing, though. You know the way you're saying expectations. It's hard to do it without knowing who you're bringing in, because remember you're bringing in some more players still to come. We've been some more players to come. When the full squad, I think we'll do a proper episode of expectations when the window closes. when the window closes and everyone's in and we know what we have, then we can do expectations, okay? Because you might say you might not challenge for the league, and then you go and buy 2 starting players who are just, you know what I'm saying, quality. And then, you know, your mind might change. So let's give that some time. In terms of fixtures, though, we start in a way to Fulham and then Brighton next. And then the first hard game is Arsenal away. Me, I don't mind. I'm a Chelsea fan, so I dislike Arsenal with a passion. I don't want them to win the league or the Champions League. But last season, I'm good with them winning the league as long as they lost the Champions League. And Jesus Christ, did PSG save football for real? So
wow. It almost ruined it.
It was close. That was close, man. It was close.
Oh my Lord.
Mate, it was close. Oh,
can you even imagine a world where they actually won that final? Can you imagine that?
Oh, especially with the World Cup going on, there would have been nowhere to hide, man. These guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. But you know, they got lucky with that draw they had to the final. These guys, and they got everything going their way. It's like someone was looking out for them. The PSG said, "No, they happening."
You can't blame them.
They got the early goal and tried to do their haram football thing, but it didn't work.
I was a bit worried for a time though. They were locking them down for a little while.
I don't trust penalties. When they went to penalties, I was like, no. You know what I'm saying?
I knew Gabriel was going to miss though.
I
knew Gabriel was going to miss. When he stepped up, I just knew it. I just felt it in my soul.
Everyone knew it. I was hoping. I was like, if there's anyone going to miss, it's this guy. So I was
there's no one better.
I stood up straight away. I stood up going, come on, Gabriel, do what we expect. You know, do the right thing.
No one better to miss as well, you know. I swear down. No one better.
Yeah, but he's been dirty as well this season. My man nearly
That's what I'm saying.
He got away with murder. Oh. But yeah,
don't
worry. We'll do an episode on Arsenal as well. Don't worry. We have to get in
quick question. Quick question before you carry on with the list, the fixtures. Who do you think is better, Gabriel Saliba? Because some people think it's Gabriel.
Saliba.
All day, every day. Yeah.
All day long. Saliba. Cold.
I agree.
Cold. And to think that Arteta didn't even fancy him when he first came in. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Didn't like him. Yeah, it's kind of like...
I remember, what was it? Saint Etienne before then.
Well,
something like that.
No. I think he came from... I don't forget the name of the team. But he came in and was ready for first team. And my man sent him on loan. And then the next season, he bought another defender. I forget his name. You know, and he didn't want to play him. You know what I'm saying?
He forced him to play him.
He proved himself. He showed himself. He said, listen.
You know why? Because he wasn't a rough and tough, get his head in everything. That's why.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? But Saliba is obviously quality centre-back. There's a reason why all the biggest clubs would have him in a heartbeat. I don't think there's a team Saliba goes today and then start. You know what I'm saying? So that's how good, player is.
His work goes unnoticed. Like, Gabriel is very in your face because he's crashing, he's aggressive.
Gabriel is a mistake waiting to happen. He's been looking good because he's playing with Saliba. Okay, not the other way around. Okay, let's not get that twisted. Some people make players look good, and Saliba's made him look good because Saliba brings that calmness. Okay, before Saliba was in the team, this guy was conceding penalties, doing all kinds of crazy stuff and all kinds of things. This Gabriel, you know what I'm saying? And in them times, he couldn't even get into the Brazil national team. He's only there now because man like Thiago Silva and them were all retired and everything. But he couldn't get in. He couldn't even smell the squad. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be real about it. This Saliba has brought calmness to that team, and it's funny how the players who underrated end up being the most key players for the team. So there you go.
Indeed is.
Okay, moving on. The next topic is about tactically how we think the teams will set up that we have, or what we want them to set up as. Go on. You have the floor.
Well, as I was telling Maka on the show, listen, my worry going into the season with keeping Carrick is that he would, like the football was a little bit negative at times. So, yeah, I just hoping to see an improvement. I want to see more front foot football and that was just my worry. But I seen a fanzine interview the other day, which kind of avoids the media a little bit from Michael Carrick. And he said that United should be playing front foot football, attacking football in so many words. So, listen, that is a big positive for me in my mind, for Carrick, that he does want to play front foot football. He does not want to be doing this counter-attacking nonsense. I feel like he's been doing that because of circumstance, because of the squad he's got. So when we get in these players, that's why I'm looking at Mateus Fernandes in the midfield next to Kobe. As long as we're playing front foot football, I think it'll work. So everything to me is a positive sign right now. At the end of the day, all I'm hoping for next season is good football, at least a top 4 finish, and yeah, that's what I should be expecting.
Okay, are you happy sticking with the same formation? Regardless of what you face, who you play, you're happy with the 4-2-3-1.
At the end of the day, he can do what formation he wants as long as it's nice front foot football. In 4-3-3, I'm not the manager. Me personally, I want to see a 4-3-3. I want to see a interchangeable midfield. But if he wants to stick with 4-2-3-1, it can work as well. But I just need to see us get that line up to the halfway line instead of parked in front of our box. That's what I want to see.
Okay. It looks like he'll stick to the same formation, I think. I don't know what you think of my team, but you'll give your thoughts on Chelsea and the formation as well, because I like to hear it from other people's point of view. But United are going to stick with this. Why? Because of one man, Bruno. They need to get him into that 10, and he needs to play, and he will play. And he's the captain. He's the orchestra for that team. Everything.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So, Bruno, they have to play Bruno on the 10. So that formation is not going to change. The positions that are going to be fought for are going to be the front places, if you get that new winger that you want, and the centre mid, because it's going to be Kobe, Edson, and whoever else you're going to buy as well, or 2 more, or whatever. But those are going to be the competition. At the back, I think you're pretty much going to play. I don't know what De Ligt is going to look like, though, when he comes back. That's the thing.
Yeah, man, we don't even know really what's going on. We know it's a back problem, but it seems like a serious problem. You know what I mean? It seems like a serious problem. So we'll see with that. Aiden Heaven's there though, innit? So we're good.
Heaven. Okay, we'll see. In terms of us, though, obviously I can't tell because they played a 4 at Madrid, but played a 3 at Bayern Leverkusen. So I don't know what he's going to. But it looks like he's going for a back 3, and hopefully he knows how to play it more than Amorim did, because Jesus Christ, you were a mess at Amorim with that 3. But Alonso, I have to trust the fact that he knows what he's doing in that 3 at the back, and he's done it for longer. So the intuitive. But it's good to know that he can do various formations and he's interchangeable with his formations, and that's always a good sign that in mid-game he can say, let's switch to this, let's switch to that. So I'm happy in terms of, like I said, like the transfers. You don't know who they play. One thing's for sure. Del Pedro and Palmer will be in there. Personally, if we don't get a left winger, I would like to get a striker and see Pedro in the inside left. You know what I mean? And then Palmer in the right inside, and then obviously a 9 there, who's not Jackson.
I think Pedro can definitely play them inside 10 roles.
Oh yeah. He's a footballer, man. These footballers, man. I'm sure if you play him in midfield, he'll do you a good shift. You know what I'm saying? He's a baller. The ballers, all you need to do is put them on the pitch and they'll provide you with them, nothing but joy. That's what he stands as. Why this Ancelotti didn't pick him, God knows. And he's paying for it now, because look what happened. He's dropped Thiago after the first game.
Yes,
but anyone, what?
He's dead, man. He's so dead. I'm sorry. How the hell has this guy got 20 goals, man? How has he got 20 plus
22
goals?
22.
I don't know how he's done it, but fair, isn't it?
Because Brentford play that type of football. You know what I'm saying?
No, you guys are the type of guys to fall for that signing. You man are going to definitely. I feel like you man might sign him.
Man, if Chelsea, like you might sign him. After Jackson and Delap go and get Thiago, I'll lose my shit. I swear to God. I don't even know what oh my God. Nah. Listen, no, Thiago, please allow me. I don't want it. I would rather get that Moroccan striker at the World Cup than him, but he's already gone to Bayern. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, Saibari.
Yeah, he looks decent, but he's already gone to Bayern. So he's going to be the Kane backup, the replacement for Jackson. So there we go. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, just before we leave, do you want to touch on the England game tomorrow? What changes you want to see? What do you expect? Ghana.
Well, listen, we know what Ghana's going to sit back and count out. That's what they're going to do. So we're going to have to. I want to see for football, I want to see us actually relaxing. I don't want to see 100 miles per hour. I want to see us relax and see how we do. This is why I don't want to. I want to see Mainu tomorrow. I think this is the type of game where for him, you know what I mean, against his, original country too. Give him some minutes, man. You know what I mean. Let's get some control of that game and slow it down. Let's see how, let's see how we can do. I want to see a lot of goals.
I asked you about England, and you're telling me Mainu. The United blood is just in you, no?
No, we know how good he is, though. You get me? We know.
I will.
Like I don't even mean to say that in a biased way. I mean, listen, he's a baller. Simple as that.
No,
and I don't rate Alisson.
Mainu's cold, so let's just accept that.
What about you? What do you want to
say? He'll get his games. Now, for me tomorrow, all I want to see is Rashford. And Rashford back in the team. I definitely want to see Guehi back in the team. I want to see a much more controlled performance because these are not as good as Croatia. Ghana, only Semenyo is the threat. Yes, they have other quick players and they will have some chances, but difference in quality is big. So you're expecting England to walk through that. England looks like they're going to start well in this group stage. And also, it'd be interesting to see what kind of subs he'll make in the game. I think Mainu will definitely make an appearance this game. I think Eze will make an appearance as well when in the game. But I think he'll start with pretty much the same team, bar Gordon and Guehi coming in as well. So we'll see what happens. But I expect a win because Ghana didn't look too impressive in their first win. It was a 1-0. But we'll see how it goes. So, that's people tomorrow. So the next time we'll speak, we'll be talking about the game and the results. And, just a quick shout out to Manchester Enlightened.
Shout out.
It was yesterday.
Any 14s need a team in Manchester? Look no further.
Under 14s, Manchester, basically. Just come on here, leave a message, set a note, and we'll get you down. You can enjoy some football. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure, son. And have yourself a lovely day. Pleasure, everyone watching. And I'll bid you goodbye. Take care.
Take care.
All right. Bye.